This is Super Yacht News with E. Sisman.
Hi, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Casual Friday. A massive blaze broke out at a shipyard in Turkey last Saturday, 10th of February, damaging a number of yachts and destroying two completely. Now, according to the Super Yacht News website, the yard closed at approximately 18:30 hours and the fire broke out 45 minutes later in the manufacturing facility in the free zone. The fire was fought by 15 firefighting vehicles from the local area, giving an idea of the size of that fire. Now, the police chief spoke to the press and said that the fire was quickly brought under control. And in the statement, he said, "Thankfully, we have no casualties or injuries. However, 4 boats were affected, including 2 undergoing maintenance and 2 under construction." So it sounds like 2 brand new under construction yachts have been damaged or destroyed, and we're not quite sure which 2 have been completely destroyed at this point in time. We currently don't have any further information on which yachts are affected, the names or types of yachts, the size of yachts. If you've got any information for this story, please be sure to get in touch. You can get us at news@esisman.co.uk. Now, this is the second fire to erupt at an Antalya shipyard. That's a location in Turkey where the shipyards are. In less than a year, we reported on another fire at the Damen yachting facility in Antalya shipyard in May 2023. In that fire, the building was heavily damaged, but no yachts were damaged in the fire, according to a press release from Damen Yachting. We'll bring you more on that as soon as we have it. All right, we'll move on. We've had more images and video of motor yacht Nord in the Seychelles. Nord has been avoiding sanctions since her owner Alexei Mordozhov was placed on the sanctions list last year. The massive 142-meter yacht has been going between, after heading to Vladivostok and staying there for some time, the vessel's been going between Vladivostok and the Maldives and the Seychelles, with their AIS switched off once west of Singapore for the last 2 years. Now, his other vessel, Lady M, wasn't so lucky. That vessel was laid up in Imperia in Italy, and it was arrested there, and it's still there to this day, still arrested, hasn't moved since. Now, this yacht, Nord, has been seen by holidaymakers in the Seychelles over the last week, with some spotting the yacht from a cruise ship and others in local boats passing by. This footage here is near Eden Island Resort and Marinas on the main island. And you can see there are some other yachts in the marina there and one just leaving. Now, the other yacht there that is just leaving the marina in that shot there is Motor Yacht Romea. And this vessel is also owned by a Russian, Alexander Nestis, and is also not broadcasting her AIS since arriving in the Seychelles. You can see the AIS data here. The vessel just suddenly stopped broadcasting at some point. Now, we've got another video, close-up video of Nord. This is sent in by Monte Carlo Marine. And it's from the stern of Nord, and you can see the flag is not hoisted. Now, it's possible it could be before 8 a.m. We're not sure of what time this was shot, but it's in most of the footage we've seen of Nord, they're not flying the Russian flag. I doubt flying that flag is very popular right now with what's going on with the war in Ukraine, so probably best to not put that up there. We'll fly over to Dubai now for some images from the bridge of the QE2, the former ocean liner from Cunard. Now, these were sent in by a subscriber who was on a tour of the former ocean liner. And you can see there Motor Yacht A is been getting safe harbour in Dubai since she switched off her AIS in the Maldives in the Indian Ocean and sailed there in 2022 after her owner, Andrei Melnichenko, was added to the sanctions list. The vessel, we've reported recently, the vessel's currently under refit there. Now, you can see there's 2 other yachts in that photo. If you want to get 10 points, pause the video now and put the names of those yachts in the comments section. You can see the name of the yacht closest to the QE2 there on the right-hand side. The name has been covered over with canvas to hide the name, to hide the identity of the yacht. This yacht hightailed it out of Monaco in the days after Ukraine was invaded and was briefly detained in Monaco, but eventually released. She headed straight to Dubai, where she's been ever since. Dubai has become a safe haven for Russian sanctioned super yachts. Now, of course, It's Russian owned, the owner being Sergei Galitsky. The yacht is actually called Quantum Blue. So if you've already written it in the comments, then you get 10 points there. And the yacht has been laid up in Dubai ever since. All right, we'll head over to Miami. This is not a super yacht. This is the largest cruise ship in the world. The name, as you can see, is written on the side in giant letters, Icon of the Seas from Royal Caribbean. And the massive ship holds more than 8,000 passengers. So they must have a crew of at least 4,000 to be able to cope with so many people. I can't think of anything worse than being a passenger on such a large ship. It must be a logistical nightmare. I wouldn't want to be a crew member on that ship either. I've been on cruise ships that hold 3,000 passengers, and that's bad enough. Royal Caribbean website talks about Caribbean cruises. Now, most islands in the Caribbean cannot deal with such a large ship, so the guests would have to be tended ashore. Can you imagine trying to get 8,000 people on and off that ship? It must be a logistical nightmare, as I said. Those of you who may be new to the channel might not know that before I worked on super yachts, I spent a decade working on the cruise ship industry. All right, now we'll head over to France and Port Vauban in Antibes. We've got some new footage of motor yacht Stefania. This is the yacht that was seized by the French authorities. The yacht will be auctioned. It was meant to be auctioned on the 25th of January, but it was postponed because they said they wanted to get some things sorted out. They wanted to make sure that the new buyer doesn't have any issues with the vessel, so it mustn't have been ready to be auctioned. It will be auctioned to the highest bidder. Once they're satisfied there's no outstanding money owed on the yacht. The yacht was seized in a money laundering case from a Belarusian owner who fled before he could be arrested. Now, it's not, as far as we know, related to any sanctions of the war in Ukraine, just old-fashioned money laundering, apparently. Now, what if your boss is the douchebag and you want to leave, but you're in this situation, right, where you can't get a good reference because your boss is the douchebag? All right, episode 4 of the Yacht Report podcast is now live at Yacht Report Podcast on YouTube. You can also find us on Apple Podcasts as well as Audible and Spotify. Now, don't forget to check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/gsysman. You'll find many videos not featured on YouTube, included the Atlantic vlog series and the patron chat series. We've just posted a video in the last couple of days, patron chat video. And you'll get lots of behind the scenes footage from our trips to super yacht marinas all over the world. If you've got any information for us about any of the stories or any other stories, like the fire in the shipyard, please be sure to get in touch in the email address and the ticker. You can get us on the About page of the YouTube channel. You can get us on Instagram, on Facebook Messenger, on Twitter, and also on Threema. Be sure to like this video, very important for the algorithm. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for future notifications. All right, guys, I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye-bye.